5 years ago, I had negative $50 in my bank account, and this one secret helped me make over 6 figures in my 20s. Most people never get rich because their financial thermostat is set too low. This is one concept that I learned from my favorite book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. This book changed my life because it taught me that we all have a financial thermostat. Think about what a thermostat does. If it gets too hot, the thermostat is going to kick in, turn the air conditioner on, and then it's going to cool down the temperature. So for example, if you start making a whole bunch of money all of a sudden, guess what? You're going to start spending until you're back at your financial thermostat number. That's the same thing that lottery winners do. Like most lottery winners, they grow up with no money, no financial literacy, no education. So then they get a bunch of money, spend, and guess what? They're back at zero again. That's a great illustration of a financial thermostat. Similarly, if someone's financial thermostat is set for, let's say, $100,000, even if they're making $30,000 for the majority of the year, they're gonna do something to heat their life up. That is the best example. So when in my early 20s, literally, I was making $70,000 every single year. It was like 70, 75, 70, 68. Like it was around that $70,000 range until I read this book. And I'm just like reading it and I'm like, yo, this sounds like me. And so what I did was I started applying just the concepts because I knew nothing. I just started applying everything that he said. And guess what? The next year I made $87,000 and I was like, oh my gosh, it actually works. And then what I decided to do was invest in a mentorship program to become a tax preparer. That's what I do now. That's how I made money. I own a tax and accounting firm. And I had to invest in this mentorship program, learn, get authorized by the IRS. And then guess what, guys? The very next year I made $108,000. And then the next year after that, 178, I think. And then the next year after that, I think it was like 293. And it's just been going up and up and up and up. And so that one secret, raising your financial thermostat, helped me so much. So how do you do it? First of all, obviously you got to realize what your thermostat is. So what I would do if I were you, I would check out the last 3 years of income. So for example, I would say, okay, how much did I make? How much am I going to make this year? How much did I make last year? How much did I make the year before? And that average is going to be your financial thermostat. Or if you have a savings goal, you can be like, okay, what's my thermostat when it comes to saving money? How much did I save this year, last year, the year before? You know, that's going to be your thermostat. It's always going to be your average. So number one is figure out what your financial thermostat is. Number two, you've got to raise it. How do you raise your thermostat? You've got to get around people who are operating at a higher level than you are. You've got to get around people. If your thermostat, like mine was, is at 70,000, you got to get around people that are making $100,000 a year. And you got to just be in their environment and start doing what they're doing. One easy way that I started doing this is I joined a mentorship program. Okay, so because I was in this mentorship program, I started learning from people who were making more money, who were becoming tax preparers, who are making $100,000 in their tax firm. And because I'm so competitive, it just really made me want to do more. So even if you know nobody in your community, like think about it. For me, if I was just going from my hometown, I wouldn't have known anybody. So you don't have to focus on just the people in your hometown. You can literally do this virtually. You can get in a mastermind or a mentorship community of like-minded people who are operating higher than you are. So get into like a 6-figure mentorship or a 7-figure mentorship so that you can be around those types of people. All right, this even applies for spiritual life. Like for me, I started going to church recently, and literally I just started getting around this group of girls who were more spiritual, and they prayed every day, read their Bible, all this stuff. And guess what? Now I'm way more spiritual just because of the environment. So first you want to figure out your financial thermostat. then you need to get around people who are operating at a higher level than you. And I'm telling you, if you literally just do those two things, your thermostat is going to increase so much. You're going to make more money than you ever thought possible, but you've got to do the work. And a lot of times you've got to invest in yourself. The good thing, I told you I do taxes. Most investments are tax write-offs. So you're good when it comes to that, but you got to, you invest in so many things every single day. You're always putting other people first. It's time to put you first and pour into you so that you can get the best return on investment. The best ROI is an investment in you. So I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I do have a free school community for people who want to become tax preparers. I teach people who have no experience at all and zero understanding about tax preparation, how to become experienced and very profitable tax preparers. I say how to make $100,000 in 90 days. So if you're interested in that, I have a free school community. I'm gonna put the link below. Y'all have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.